Now let's see if we can beat the heck of food today. Hello? Hello? So desktop audio. Hello? Hello? Why is that not working?
It's not even in the rare. Incoming disc.
Okay, so it's just the game. The game just doesn't go to. I think it's the way the game's created. Because everything else works fine. I think the way the game's created, it prevents audio from going into the headphones. Maybe this is why people barely hear me laugh. Oh, the differences. We'll ignore it. So, we need to set up an arena of some sort. So, we'll go over here, set up somewhere. So, how this is gonna work is we'll grab some rope after. So, we're going here. So for now, since we're only fighting the first boss, we're just making a straight line. Actually, I don't even need rope. I have a grapple hook. If I need a boost, let's see, can I grapple hook? No. Still can't. Looks like I'm not getting it. Maybe I do have to have rope. Yeah, I'm gonna need rope. Hopefully, whoops. So what we're gonna do is see if this chest is a. I think it's because of this tree. Let's see. What happens if I break this? So I do need more rope. Hello, welcome back. Glad to see you here again. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't think I'm muted. Yeah, I'm not muted. Yeah, you should be able to hear me. Hello? Yeah, I can hear myself on my own stream. Right now, I'm getting things set up for the first boss. I still need slightly better armor, but I like I just started playing now, but I'm pretty sure I'm close enough to get ready. I got a couple goodish weapons. Overall, it's gonna really depend on how my mining trip goes. So I'm gonna craft a couple of items that should hopefully help me. And do this. There you go. So let me see. I should have sand somewhere. Yep. Grab a couple pieces. Yeah, I should be by a piggy bank now. I need my coins. Still don't have enough. Which I am got to spend in gold. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. I'm doing good. One thing I was worried about yesterday though is one thing I forgot to do was record my stream. So I was really appreciated when I figured out that Twitch automatically saves your streams. So now, luckily, I was able to get that uploaded without a problem. I just didn't edit it at all, but that's just because it's a stream. So all my chaoticness you get to see. It's laggy. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can figure out the problem. Let me try that. I don't know if upping the numbers will. It's gonna. Okay. So yeah, I was right. Why up those numbers just now? Two things were running through my mind. Either that was gonna make it more laggy because you don't want the numbers higher, or it's gonna make it obsolete, which was less laggy, which is what I did want. So, actually, oh yeah, I don't have the item yet. So what I'm doing now is I'll go to this furnace, not do that, and craft some glass, which can be used for bottles. If I go down here and add this bottle to the table, now I can craft potions. Wrong button. So the potion I'm planning on making is a Splunker potion. So which I need blink root, one blink root, one moon glow, I think one gold, I think that's all it is. I need to fill this with water. If we're talking about the bat, Troy, this was actually from a collab with Don't Starve Together. I'm pretty sure that's a game. So when you get this is you kill bats. So there's when you're either in the jungle or underground, there's bats that can spawn. When you kill them, you have a chance to get this. It for a weapon you can get pretty much at any progress through the game. It's decent for early on. So yeah, that's how I got it. I killed a bat and got lucky. The only bad thing about this boss is I do not want to get close with it, but that's the being a melee class. That's the chances I'm gonna have to gamble on. It's not like I'll purely use melee weapons though. As you see, I have grenades and everything in my inventory. If I have to use those, I will. I'll try to obtain other weapons for the fight, anyways. If I go based off of this gear, anyways, I'm getting screwed. Let's see. Well, here, if you read the description, that's why I want you to craft it. It will make my mining trip a little bit quicker because I get to know all the. Yeah. So once I get a little further underground, I'll use this potion. The potion will last for 5 minutes. Well, if I'm lucky enough, 5 minutes may be all I need, or I could also find more stuff like gold and everything, which then I can use for more potions. Moonglow you get from the jungle, and it can spawn anywhere in the jungle, either on the surface or underground. It's not a hard thing to see. you can pretty much easily get it, sometimes even accidentally, just because it's just there. It glows. That's really like the only thing noticeable about it, though. So right now I'm trying to get materials like iron, which will be useful for a while, and stuff like hopefully like gold and a couple other ores and everything to use. There we go. This is gold. Right now, one the ores I am looking for because it's one of the better ores right now I have access to is tungsten or platinum. And one thing I forgot to explain yesterday is when you're playing through Terraria and you look at like a couple videos, you'll notice some things like ores will be different compared to each world. Some ores have a couple different variations, so sometimes you'll be able to get like things like platinum, while other times if you create a different world, you'll get things like tungsten. So it just makes your exploration differently each time. One thing you need to keep an eye out though is these heart crystals. When you consume one, it'll give you extra hearts, which tends to be useful because obviously more health means harder you are to take down. So my goal is to at least get a full bar, which I think it's 10 hearts. Which obviously you see I have 7. So this will be my 8th. If you ever want to check on your potion duration, just look under a hotbar. It'll tell you I have less than a minute of this. Luckily with getting more gold and everything, should be able to craft a couple more. So now what I'll do is go back to the surface. We got a pretty decent amount of ore. But like, if you pay attention to my hearts right here, when I use this life crystal, I get more hearts. If you're wondering how I get the grappling hook, you once you get 15 of a gem, you can craft one, or if you're willing to fight a boss, there's a chance a boss can drop it. He's not a difficult boss, it's just more on the annoying side to summon. There is another way to summon him without having to craft the item, but that's a more of a random chance than a guaranteed. I'll craft one more potion, which will cost one moonglow. I think I have moonglow seeds though. Do I? Yeah. So if I need to plant those, I can. And in here, I need blinker, more gold, plus 2 sand. Then we can do that. Yeah, if you want to, there are also vanity items. So if you don't want to obviously put your armor in your vanity slot, like what I have done just for the fun of it, you can craft actual customization. Oh yeah, I need water. One thing I have learned though about this game is as obviously you see there's a grasshopper, because there is things like fishing. It's on the slow side of like getting resources, but in the long run definitely could be useful. It just takes time and everything, and the effort it depends. It can be worth it. It's like real life fishing. You may get times where it's like you may actually have a bunch of good loot and everything, or you may get other times where it's like, okay, yeah, I definitely should have done something else. Which I will do some fishing. I don't obviously have a fishing rod yet, so trying to get one. But yeah, so couple of items I'm wanting to get before I fight this first boss are actually findable in the jungle, but I'm trying to get better armor because the enemies tend to be on the little tougher side. Plus, they have um, different effects from their attacks, like different stats effects. Oh, I need to do that. If, one thing I will not like be mean or anything about is like searching up different stuff about this game. So if you ever try it out and need like something like go on a wiki or something, what I would recommend it because there's so much stuff that's in this game. It's kind of hard to know it by the back of your head. Like even through this playthrough, there's things I'm gonna do that I haven't done yet just because by the time I've got to them in the past, I've just forgotten. So yeah, don't be afraid to go on to some sort of like Wikipedia to find like different weapons or anything about this game because there is a lot. So I'll get a little further underground this time before I use a potion. Say about here wouldn't be bad this time. There you go, there. Something new. That's like the sand version of like the one enemy you've probably seen before, the digger. I think he does slightly more damage, but has it like the same amount of health, so tends to not be a huge problem to deal with. If you ever come across something like this where you're in a desert biome, I recommend hitting control and going into this mode where you don't have the yellow box and just mine everything around the ore, because the minute you start mining the ore with sand above it, the sand's just going to start collapsing. It's not going to be a fun thing to dig through. Trying to see if I can find a couple different ores, which is why I'm kind of skipping over some. These are fossils over here. I can convert those and with a specific machine, but I have to find it first. The machine isn't naturally craftable. Oh, the traveling merchant. He can be good, but most of the time doesn't typically have the best item, but it's always worth checking. But traveling merchant so much of that in Minecraft, it just comes around, sells random items. Just unlike Minecraft's version, that you can be useful, it can sell pretty good items. It just the better ones tend to be on the rare side, but that's like a little unique thing. This game does have like a little gambling thing in that sense. Luckily, there tends to be substitute items that you can craft that have like probably similar attack, but just not the same effects. There. Yeah, I did see the chest up there. I'm wanting to get a fresh potion once this one runs out. Probably go mining after stuff like this, but there is ore right here I'm gonna try and grab. And this is silver. So let's see what items he has. So that's vanity. It can be good to melee. And don't exactly understand no it means like lowered defense. This isn't bad. Like this would be good because it improves every stat. I'll purchase a couple of these. He's not a permanent NPC. He just staying here till the end of the day. So so right now we have a pretty decent haul of ore. Well, I'm gonna see how much bars this turns into. Okay. Nice thing about the guide is you can go to him and figure out as long the material is used to craft a specific thing. Like these swords wouldn't be worth it crafting because I got lucky with those. But the armor definitely could be good. That's 3 defense compared to my 1. That's 4 compared to my 7. But this armor set can be tricky to get. And that's 3 compared to my 1. So this definitely could be a good set, but you also see how much it can cost. So that's 15, 25, which is 40. And then you have another. So I need 60 of these, which I'm over halfway, but still not there yet. 60 silver bars in total. I could go out and try to grind the ancient armor. It'll be a little tricky, but if I'm lucky enough, definitely could get the full thing. There is an achievement for collecting every single armor, so which that's what I'm gonna try to do as well before I go and mod this is complete every achievement at 100%. But these are enemies killed in this biome has a chance to drop the ancient armor piece I have. Just not a high percentage, but they have a chance. reason I'm using bombs on this crap, it's because my pickaxe isn't strong enough to mine this, and there's not really much of a pickaxe I can get currently to mine it. But just be careful, because when using bombs, you can die to them. Like, almost like that. There you go. Oh, crap. There you go. This is what I was looking for. It's a slime. Because now, I can craft a couple of these. So you see, this time, those crystals are recommend only breaking 2 because a boss will spawn if you break 3. And no one wants that to happen. You also get unique messages that are intended to be creepy. But as you see, I got a new weapon. That's a melee weapon. This is going to be more useful than the yo-yo. It has about the same amount of range, but does slightly more damage at 26. And you do this. Sword still does more damage, but this just gives me a range option. But again, the only way to get new modifiers, you have to get a Goblin Tinkerer, which is through an event. This event is not something like it only happens a few times in a year. This event can be triggered by doing what I just did and destroying these orbs. You'll know because you'll get a message if one does happen. You won't know immediately if you trigger the event, but oh, that's a weapon I forgot was in this game. It, I'm gonna test it out just because I'm curious. So that's another thing. Embeds damaging spikes in enemies. So that means this can do damage over time, which is gonna be something willing to keep. So well, right now we're going to the. I didn't realize you were gone, but while you were gone, we got a couple new weapons. You see, so we got damaged ball hurt, which is a modifier you want. Well, now I'm back. So right now we're trying to head to the jungle, but ball hurt gives me luckily some sort of range, which is why I went to the corruption and got it. This, I need to see the effects, but this is another weapon you get through corruption. What it does is embeds enemies with spikes. So as you're seeing, even after I hit them, they're taking small amount of damage. Also against the boss, it's not gonna do a whole bunch, but that's where more hits I land on them, more damage it adds up. I wasn't even thinking that to get this weapon. This was just completely accidental. I was just fighting enemies because they were there and got this. You can get those from the corruptors, I think they're called. We'll be going back to the corruption at some point, so you'll see them. But there's a couple of events I'm waiting on. One is a enemy event, and the other one is a somewhat of a biome event. I don't 100% know how to describe it. You'll see if I get them. I don't know when they happen. They happen whenever they do. It's kind of random. Right, we're here at the jungle. So my goal here is to get a couple different items. One will give me better range options, while a couple others will just be useful to have. Oh yeah, after a certain kills, you get these banners. You have to have a wall to put them up, but what they do is give you a little bit of attack buff against common enemies. The only time you don't get ones from bosses. But yeah, the weapons, yeah. The weapons won't be guaranteed to get there, but what I'm here for is the crafting materials to get for them, which are what's not guaranteed is me surviving this whole trip, because the enemies can inflict poison. But like the enemies I need to kill are enemies like this one, which is the man eater. I think it's called no the snatcher. It's like a Venus flytrap, but a lot more prickly. Probably should have this. This is a faster weapon. So there's a couple there. Well, there is items and everything I can find here. Those items may not be guaranteed, which is going to be somewhat the worrying part, because a couple of them can be useful to have. But that's why I'm exploring here. Need to be careful of the wasps, which is what you saw there. There's a bunch of them. They give me one of the items I need, but are really hard to deal with because they attack at range. So if you get hit, you'll get a dose of poison. Whoops. That was a mistake. Well, since I have this, I can at least sell it. I don't need two. Not on PC. This is my first playthrough on PC. When I played on PlayStation, I did. I did a couple different times. Throughout my first playthrough, it took me a long time to figure out, but I ended up actually at one point restarting my whole playthrough, and after that I did. But not on PC. So this is where you get to see me learn the controls of the same game, but just a different console. PC's not much of a console, but you know what I mean. Of a different electronic. But yeah, I did. I beat it in the two of the three modes. Well, I've only been in a classic mode. I have killed every boss on expert. That's with stuff I already obtained on classic difficulty. Because one thing I haven't mentioned is you could take your character from one world and have them go into different worlds without losing any of your stuff. So that's what I end up doing. But this time around, I'm going to try to play through every difficulty from day one. I did try on console, I just got PC before I end up finishing it. So that's where I'm going to try and do that on PC instead. So, but yeah, I'm planning on trying to get every achievement and beat the game on all three difficulties, which is Classic, Expert, and Master Mode. Expert's gonna be about the. It's not the obviously toughest one, but it's about the best game mode to play on for experienced players because bosses will drop new gear, which will be useful. But bosses can also have new abilities, which can also be annoying. But right now, trying to get a couple different items. I don't know if I have any of them. What I don't. One's items dropped by the Snatcher. One item can be found naturally, and the others dropped by these wasps, which are incredibly annoying. Luckily, I'll know if I. Luckily, that I'm looking for is. And it glows like the flower moon glow. But accidentally, on my first wasp skill, I get this. Now I don't have to worry about the wasps as much because the Bazaar, I can't remember what it's called. Or I know what it's called, I just don't know how to pronounce it. Is making me immune to poison now. So the attacks will still do a bunch of damage. Here's the first out of the three items we need. Not the Violet Husk. So here's what I was trying to grab earlier before I accidentally teleported. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to take a random pause, but things happen. Oh crap. Wrong weapon. So there is a heart crystal, which I'm going to try to pick up, but there's wasps kind of shooting at me. But one of the items, I don't know if I end up picking up one, is these jungle spores. They also, as you see, they glow, so that. Oh crap. I'm sorry about that. Dealing with siblings isn't the easiest. So we're going back to get the items again. I don't know if I end up getting a new one. Okay, here's the other item, which I want to put here. It's the singers. So I need one more, which this can get on the surface. I also need more of each item. Luckily for these weaker enemies, the spikes actually are really effective. I'm back, and hopefully for good this time. So let's get back to what we're trying to do. Dang it. I'm glad you stick around because luckily I should be here for a while. I'm gonna stream a lot extra to make up for time I wasn't here for. Oh, there you go. Need to play it, but does it heal me? May heal user on hit. Oh, okay. Actually would be a lot more useful. Got some coffee. There you go. There's third material, which is vines. Those are probably the trickiest ones to get, despite the enemies, in my opinion. You too. Have a good day. Hello. Hello. I didn't realize I was muted. Hi, Adeline. Or, uh, is that how you say your name? Is Adeline? Sorry, I was muted. I was gonna say something in the comments, but I was like, I think my mic's on. Who was it? Hello. I do this to every person that follows. I'm doing good. Is I'm doing good. Can you hear me? I keep forgetting how the 5 seconds. I'm gonna turn that off for my next stream. It's like I have it on because I'm somewhat worried about the random bots posting links and everything. It's like I'll straight up like immediately like ban them and everything, but they still appear. I don't know how bigger streamers get rid of them. I don't know if they have like some sort of system. I know they have moderators to keep eye on it, but I don't. I rarely ever see bots just do that. Uh, hey Jenny, is that how you pronounce both of your names? I'm doing good. Yeah, you can ask me something, Adeline. Again, if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, let me know. I know it'll be hard to obviously give you the right pronunciation messaging, but try your best if I am pronouncing it wrong. If I'm not, if I am pronouncing it right, then tell me. But yeah, you can ask me something. Give me a second. Let me find a point where I'm not about dead. No, pause. Yeah. I stream daily except weekends and holidays. Well, not every holiday I'll take off, but things like the bigger ones like Christmas, Halloween, since that's at night, most of the time my streams are done by then, but just 'cause it's Halloween, if I don't already have plans to just go out at night, I'll try to do like while I'm playing this year since it's my first year stream is try to maybe do a stream on Halloween like a horror thon. But yeah, I do stream daily. Yeah, I don't have anything custom. Like I've recently like I've been streaming for like few months, but also since I'm newer, haven't really looked into getting custom overlays because I'm trying to build an audience right now. Which I know those can go a huge way in getting an audience, but I just haven't met the right person to create something. I stream a multitude of games. There's still games I'm trying to get, but like as of recent, as you see, I'm playing Terraria. I played Minecraft. Yeah, okay, I need to buy GTA 5 for my PC, but that's definitely something that I can play. And from what I've heard, I think GTA 6 will have a later launch date, so it'd be a good game to play. I've had a couple, someone else mention playing God of War 2. But yeah, I will get, or if you're wanting to see GTA, I could definitely try and get that at some point. So just give me a few, and I'll definitely do GTA streams. If you end up following me, then you can definitely you do you do. Let me see. Yeah, this is getting annoying. Can I just say? Oh, whoops, wrong thing. Let me see. I don't think you disable it through. Trying not to. Create a dashboard. Give me a sec. I have Tori up, so but I'm trying to. Let me pause my screen for a sec. Um, you'll still be able to hear me. I'm trying to disable my because it's getting a little annoying knowing you guys are trying to talk, but I have to wait like a few seconds. Wait a second, it's in settings, isn't it? Account settings. I had that enabled to avoid like people rapidly posting links, but I don't like. I'm thinking that's not even necessary anymore. If I start actually having that problem, I'll go back to it, but I don't think I need to. But I need to figure out where is the. But yeah, what is it? Oh, whoops. Let me depend. I was trying to do this. I do have a Discord. Um, I have a Discord group, but the link's not working anymore. Uh, crap. I do have a Discord though. I don't want to give you my personal Discord name just for privacy reasons. I don't want that. I want chatting. Oh, that's for no. I want. I thought that was just search settings. No, I want channel. No, crap, crap, crap. The end creator. Sorry, give me a sec. Settings, stream. I don't know if this will immediately fix it, but is there a permission raid? Let's see. That's cool. That's VODs. I don't want this. But yeah, I do have Discord. Um, let me pop up chat rules. Ban quest. I don't want to do followers only mode yet. Uh, I want to give her a chat delay. Let me post my Discord group. Is it in here? Okay, there you go. So if you guys, Is she following me? There. Alright, let me grab that real quick. Wrong thing. I'm not going to give you my Discord, but I will give you my group, which you'll obviously see me in there, but I don't have much. Alright, give me a sec. I'm popping it up right now, because I can't remember on top of my head. That's the scammer. So let me delete his message. I'm sending you the username, give me a sec. There, I'm back. Alright, I'll tell you if I got it. Alright, so I'm gonna give me a sec.